Good evening. Now, I wanted to talk to you about our relationships with the gods and the goddesses. So, first, I need to explain there are four basic patterns of God worship. Now, the first one is atheism. Atheism means without God belief. Without theism, God belief. This is what people being skeptical who have walked away from religion believes. However, there are also pagans out there that classify themselves as atheistic pagans. And basically, they're saying that they believe that the world is full of energies, but they are not deities. And so that is what people are generally referring to if they say they are an atheistic pagan. Next one up is monotheism. Monotheism is the belief in one God. And you'll see this in Christianity, Islam, and the Jewish beliefs. There are a few other religions that have a belief in just one God. And a lot of these beliefs are saying there's only one God, only one possible God, and that's it. The next stage is dual theism. Now, in paganism, Wicca is a dual theistic belief system. They believe in a god and a goddess, a lord and a lady. Now, what they do is these followers will pick a particular god and a particular goddess to be their patron god and goddess. And they honor them, but they believe that all gods are different aspects of one god. All goddesses are different aspects of one goddess. They do not believe in many gods and goddesses. Now, there is problems with this idea, and that is, if you view a goddess to have these certain attributes, that can help you during certain times of your life. But life is not one-dimensional. Life is not black and white. Life happens, and sometimes you are thrown a curveball, and you need a different aspect to protect you, to help you out. And so you cannot just say, Caraduen can handle it all. Caraduen is a powerful, wonderful goddess, yes. But there are some things where Caraduen might not be the best answer. And so it becomes a problem if you want to just focus on one goddess as your patron goddess, but you need some other things, and you will learn then there's a possibility that another goddess might be better. Caradwen is the goddess of magic. She is a strong, dominant goddess. And sometimes we need a little finesse. Like I was mentioning about love. The Celts have a goddess, Dwen, who is the goddess of love. So maybe you need a little bit more help from her. And so, but if you are having this relationship where it's just Caradwen, it would be rude for you to go and ask for Dwen's help when you've been ignoring her on your pagan journey. Which brings me up to the final form. That is polytheism, the belief in many gods and goddesses. Now, a majority of the pagan belief systems are polytheistic. We have several gods and goddesses. mean, look at the Greek pantheons, the Celtic pantheons, the North pantheons, and you will see that there is like 5 or 6 male, female, and more gods and goddesses in there. And we honor them all equally. You see, myself, I have 16 god and goddess statues that I created to honor the deities that I do. And they are placed on a nice display rack so they don't fall over. They are on my altar. And so I try to honor them all equally. They are all equally important. And so if something was to come up and I need a little bit more luck, I need a good victory here, I can easily grab Andraste and place her out of the rack that she is on and put her directly on another part of my altar and ask her for some assistance. Then, like a month or so later, if I need a little assistance, it's something a little bit more emotional, romantic, I could then grab Dwen, who is also a goddess that I respect, and I could put her up on my altar and ask her for help. And this is important. We have to build a relationship with the gods and goddesses. We have too many people that treat the gods and goddesses like Pokemon. They have all this knowledge about the different gods and goddesses, and it's kept away nice and neat, and as soon as something comes up, boom, they grab them. Well, it's like a friend. You cannot expect, and you should not expect, somebody to help you unless you have shown them some attention, some warmth, some compassion. Okay? And so the same applies here. Now, Caradwyn, as we were talking about earlier, is a very headstrong person. Very headstrong goddess. Sorry. Now, just picture her being, who she is. And then just go, oh, by the way, I need you to. She is going to blow you off. The other aspect is, if you treat the gods and goddesses like they serve you, you could get the opposite effect. Such as if you're calling on a goddess like Dwen for like a love situation, she might decide that you need a little bit more hate in your life. You called Caradwyn to help you out in a bad situation, and she just said, fine, you didn't even get me some blackberry wine. Screw you. Boom. Your situation's now worse. So, honoring the gods and the goddesses and building a relationship with them is very important. So, before you sit down and decide, you need a patron god or goddess, understand your tradition, understand the path in which you are trying to achieve. So many people want to have Caradwyn as their patron goddess because, as I said, she is strong, she is dominant, she gets stuff done. But if that's not your nature, if that's all you're looking for, maybe your heart's in the wrong place. And if your heart's not in the right place, your intent is not in the right place, and you will not go far. This is about understanding the big picture with the gods and the goddesses. Okay? I mean, when I look at my gods and goddesses, my statues, I have Rosmerta. I have Regenda. You have Dwen, Onova, Kaliach. I have healers. I have builders. I have Ardwena, the goddess of the woods. Because these are different aspects and they reflect all the different aspects in me. Are you a one-sided person? Are you one-dimensional, all about magic? That's all you can focus on? Well, if that's the case, then maybe Caradwin is the best for you. But if you understand the full picture of life, then I suggest you being a polytheist so that you can understand all the different gods, their aspects, and how each part of them fit into your life. This is a community. This is a bonding. And we have to expand and be multifaceted. We cannot be so one-dimensional, because one-dimensional will not survive in this complex world. So I've given you some stuff to think about. So please ponder what I have suggested. And take care. Be at peace.